And we're back! Okay. So,
That was a great movie about dinosaurs, by the way.
Mm-hmm. We watched it all on break.
I don't know, I prefer the aliens, really.
Uh-huh.
Nothing like seeing a dinosaur get blasted through space.
Yeah, that's true.
But what about alien dinosaurs? We should have watched the Alien Dinosaur movie.
You know, that's
Yeah.
a wonderful idea.
Mm-hmm.
We should have thought of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, so you've arranged to get a whole bunch of silver bullets from Lars, along with some silver weapons. Is there anything else you particularly want from him right now?
Well, I'm thinking that dealing with flesh monstrosities might be easier if we were able to cut them into tiny little pieces easily. So I'm thinking exploding ammunition. How difficult is that to come by?
Oof. I probably could find some and get some in, especially if you're talking about like a 2-3 day window. That stuff's not as easy to get hold of.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking ideally for shotguns, and can you find any for a large pistol?
Large pistol's probably easier. The shotgun, I could probably find you some like probably wouldn't be as explosive, but if we're talking slugs...
Flechettes? Flechettes, maybe.
Flechettes I could probably arrange for some flechettes on the shotgun.
Alright.
I'll get you a bunch of different type of slugs. We can see what's you need there.
Excellent.
As for the explosive rounds for the pistol, I should be able to find some. Sure. Range it.
Excellent.
I'd probably give you a clip or two, but not a lot right now, unfortunately. That stuff, as I said, takes a little longer to get in. You gotta go through certain back channels. We can't really make it ourselves in this area.
Makes sense. Also probably don't want to have a whole lot of those type of materials on hand in case people start asking questions about things.
We do have some explosives on site if you'd want some explosives, too.
Oh, definitely.
Grenades.
Mm-hmm.
C4.
I'm thinking flashbangs probably are not going to be as useful as they normally would be.
All right.
So more fragmentation and or
Fire.
Yes. The white phosphorus, if you have any, would be probably good as well.
I can get a couple types of grenades.
Excellent.
All right. I'll see what I can find. I'll get them together. 2 days. Got you.
Fantastic, Lars. You are the man.
I know.
Or however you identify. You know.
He'll let you two head back with poor old Leslie.
Oh no, Leslie's been on his way back. I called for a car.
I know, but I mean head back to wherever, meet up with him, hopefully.
To where I'm dying on the floor trying to heal aggravated damage.
Yeah.
Walk into the penthouse. Why didn't you use a bed?
It's too far!
It's not so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
I will stab you, Nathan!
Dawn, would you like to transport poor Leslie to a bed?
Yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna put you over my shoulder and carry you in. I'll tuck you in though and everything. I'll like tuck you, put a glass of, okay, I suppose not warm milk, but some warm blood, through a straw so you don't have to touch it.
You get
some warm, be positive.
You get some from you got some from like the blood bank guy, you're just like
And it's got a label on it that says be positive.
It's got like a little honeybee on it.
And a smiley face.
Yeah. But a little honeybee with a smiley face on it. That's like
leave the door open a crack so we can shout if he needs anything.
I'm gonna fill my entire room with a shadow.
Oh, God. He's gone angsty goth.
The entire room is shadow. You don't know me. You don't know my pain.
Would you like us to pipe in some Fallout, boy?
You can't see me, but I'm glaring daggers at you.
And you can't see me, but I'm laughing my ass off.
Time passes.
Okay. So, a few days will go by. And you'll get a call from Lars with some stuff. So, Leslie, how much blood do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in me, plus probably like 1 from the drink that Dawn gave me.
Mm-hmm.
So 14.
All right. So, yes. So it costs you 5 blood to heal 1 aggravated, plus when you heal the 1, normally you can heal 1 a night, but you can spend willpower to heal extra.
I'm gonna heal 2 with the first 5 and a willpower. Oops, put that to there. You know what? Same thing again. 5 blood points, 1 willpower, heal off 2 more. There, I only have 1 point aggravated. I can probably fight with that.
Okay.
But also, I need blood now.
Yeah, I can find people.
Worse.
I've got a herd.
I've had an awful 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drained. I'm tired.
I probably can't bring anybody in the first night because you're still probably looking real nasty.
Yeah.
But the second night I can.
Second night, I just have some burn scars from when I was a child.
Yep. And I've got people who think that's sexy.
For enough money.
Admittedly, some of them are men, but, you know, you don't have to do that. You can just drink.
Blood's blood.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
So you'll meet up with Lars again, and he'll be like, all right, I got you 4 silver-tipped daggers, a silver-tipped sword cane. Woo! He'll give the specialized set of, like, gloves, which seem to have, like, a kind of, like, almost, like, framework that kind of fits around, like, if you would transform your hands, they would fit perfectly around your fingers, and have, like, these, like, almost, like, metal tips that seem to perfectly match with where your claws go.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to almost extend your claws just a little bit longer, too.
Sweet.
Yeah.
100% worth it.
Mm-hmm. He's like, he also has some, like, micro serrations along the side there. It was something I was actually developing and testing it out here. Hopefully it'll work pretty well with you. You'll have to let me know.
Will do. Thank you, Lars.
He can each of you will have effectively 2 clips, full clips of silver ammunition. For your weapon? Per weapon.
Alright, sweet.
Plus he can give 1 extra, like, clip for, probably for, we'll say your weapon, Leslie.
My rifle or my pistol?
Your rifle. He has 1 extra one for that. It's for, let's see here. I've got to get to, for ammo. Other types of ammo. He can give, man. He's got a some flechette, like a box of flechette rounds for Dawn's shotgun, and a box of incendiary rounds for her.
Nice,
Heck
nice.
yeah.
Nice.
As he said, like, he was able to get 1 clip of explosive rounds for Leslie's rifle. He was able to get it for.
Oh.
And 1 clip for
That's
Nathan,
nice.
your pistol.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. Those were all I was able to get for the explosive rounds in at a short notice. As for grenades, he's able to give you, if someone wants to make note of this, I don't know who, he's able to get you 5 frag grenades, so 5 fragmentation grenades, 2 white phosphorus grenades. He's also able, if you want to take it, he has 4 bricks of C4, and a specialized container that he's like, this is something that if you're looking for fire, it should help you out. This is a small napalm grenade. Or bomb, really, more than anything. It's definitely not something you can easily throw. But if you need to burn something out in an area, it'll do it.
I might be able to throw it. Maybe.
It's like a container like this big, so it's like a jug of milk almost kind of size of thing, you know?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I think I got this all notated now.
Excellent. Any suggestions on the use of any of the specifically?
He'll give you some tips just on what to do with them, kind of thing, you know?
Like, obviously, frag.
Yeah. The white phosphorus will
White
work
phosphorus,
exactly the same.
pretty much the same.
C4, he'll include with you, like, a simple detonator. Just have to set it someplace, and, you know, attach this detonator to it. Here's the thing to click it. You can either use a remote detonator, which he'll include with it, or you can set it for time, if that's what you prefer. With the trigger that he's adding with it, you just have to, like, he'll, like, instruct you how to hook it into the brick. If you put all the bricks together, it should work together, but if, like, you just want to use one at a time, he'll provide you with 4.
Cool. Any tips on the specialized container of, if you want it to burn, use this? Like, how far do we need to get before it goes off?
Oh. The plastique has a pretty decent-sized explosion. If you're maybe, like, he'll be like, if you're, like, you know, 100 meters away, you should be fine, usually. It just depends on also what you're blowing it up in. If you're in a building, be careful, the building might come down if you could get structure unstable. The napalm is a pretty decent blast area, but it definitely, again, if you're like 100 away, it should be fine. And then I got a specialty order for one Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he wanted this, but he wanted this. As he put it down, a big satchel with like that just like thunks down as he like him and Rat-Tay have to pick it up and kind of put it down.
Ryan, what's in that?
Ryan.
Oh, yes. I asked for the biggest thing he thought a giant 9-foot-tall creature could hold, and that is what he came up with.
What is it?
As he'll open up the bag, he's like, is a 30mm vehicle cannon.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sure, why
Okay.
not?
Dawn, would you go wait in the car for just a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep, getting in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I put my
Please
fingers
and
in
thank
my
you.
ears, turn the radio on, close my eyes, you know?
Okay,
Ryan.
I want to see this.
All right, so effectively, with him and Rat-Tay's help, which they're going to explain to you what they have to do on your giant were-cockroach friend.
Mm-hmm.
They effectively have a large backpack that he's carrying a lot of the, and it's like a belt-fed, you know, giant
30mm auto cannon.
Yeah, that he kind of like gets like he kind of like is holding it in both of his like insectile arms, kind of thing. Like he actually purposely, because you've noticed that sometimes when he transforms, he can have like his extra set of arms actually work. It seems like he actually has to do this to work this one. Like, you know, as you seem like he doesn't always shower the roaches either. He kind of like chooses which abilities to get every time he transforms out of a certain number of them. And so he's got his extra hand, so he's got 4 arms carrying this thing, you know?
Alright!
Excellent.
Big fan of that.
And I was just going to get you a shotgun. Ryan, this is lovely.
This is much better.
near to stop in this form before our adventures, though, or be ready to strap it on once we get to a location.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I'm just trying to find a 30mm. I want it. Oh boy. Oh, this is just wonderful. All right. Well, we're definitely taking whatever we end up doing. Ryan is coming with us.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear the thump of 30mm shells.
It'll be very loud, and it will cause a lot of damage.
Well, any human that gets hit by one is dead.
It does 10 damage. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds about right.
Not aggravated, but lethal, right?
Yeah, lethal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even a werewolf should hopefully have a hard time soaking up 30mm cannon shells.
Yeah.
Enough of them, at least.
All right. Hold on. I'm gonna go out and get Dawn.
All right.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know.
back, human
Back,
again.
yes.
Ryan, please.
Yeah.
As
You'll
awesome
take
as
off
this
the
is.
stuff first, because it is
Yes.
very heavy, and the fact that, like,
Leslie's gonna take a picture ahead of time. He wants a permanent picture of a 9-foot tall cockroach holding a 30mm autocannon. And I actually want to commission this now. God damn it. This is the greatest image I've ever had in my head.
Okay. I'm gonna go out and get
Oh.
Dawn.
That's a relief. That's pretty heavy there.
Hey, Dawn. Can you carry that?
How heavy is it?
It is very heavy.
Very.
You could probably pick it up, but you're pretty sure because it is an autocannon with about 1,000 rounds that he just will run through very quickly if he wanted to.
Yeah, that's gonna be just very. That's gonna be pretty difficult for me to
it
use,
would.
but I could pick it up.
Mhm.
Well, I found what I'm gonna start benching with now.
Oh, it's a good thing that Nathan's rich, because that's a very expensive weapon.
Mhm.
Oh my
Boy.
god. I am so excited.
Mhm.
280 kilograms.
Yeah. So, half a ton. He's basically holding half a ton,
Yep.
Wow.
not including the ammunition, which is probably another half a ton. It's a good thing he's a strong cockroach.
Mm-hmm. He has in fact been working out, and one things that he raised up kind of in between adventures was he won his strength from normal strength from 4 to 5, and when he transforms, he gets a bunch.
Wow.
Oh my good god.
Mm-hmm. Similar
What
to
kind of... What kind of 30mm are we talking about here? Are we talking an autocannon where it's like thump, 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 thump? Or are we talking like a GAU 8 off of a Warthog where it's just like...
see here. It has a rate of 42. Let's put it that way.
Rate of fire. Hang on. I need a comparison here.
Uh-huh.
My rate of fire is 3. Oh boy. Oh boy. He's got a GAU 8.
Its range is 1,200 yards.
I swear to God, Tantus, if you do not let us use this gun.
Oh, I'm gonna be so mad.
He's gonna use it. He's
The
totally gonna...
cliffhanger that you left off on will not get nearly as many fuck you Tantuses as this will if we do not get to use this.
Mhm.
I don't care if it's black spiral dancers or flesh gods. Oh,
I am thoroughly
it.
expecting it to be both.
watch him miss every single shot.
Right.
It is difficulty 7, and I'm pretty sure he has no heavy weapons training.
He'll
Oh.
be
I
fine.
mean, if he sprays enough 30mm rounds, he's got to do damage to something. He's
And
gonna
a
hit.
giant flesh monstrosity is relatively easy to hit.
Fair point.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really dodge.
Yep.
Yep. Just don't have him do a cold shot.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to clarify with Lars before he takes off. Do I have to extend the claws before putting the gloves on, or...
He'll explain to you like how it works. Is the fact is that it's made to strap on.
You guys are terrifying.
I once exploded a crocodile in a sewer.
You did.
She did.
You exploded a crocodile.
She shoved a white phosphorus grenade down the crocodile's throat and went.
Yeah, I just like rested on the ceiling like Spider-Man.
Yeah. As it exploded, it showered you with goo, and then like you managed because you made the courage roll to not like
she
freak
passed
out.
the courage roll to not panic about being set on fire herself with with flaming crocodile bits.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome.
I just made my way home in the sewers in my underwear.
You did.
That's what happened.
It was an adventure.
Yep.
Okay.
I hope this ends up like that, because that was great.
Okay. So, yes, you will need to have your claws out before they get strapped on for them to work properly.
I've got an idea, though. Clarification on where they come from. Are they just, like... Do they... Like, do my fingers become claws? Do they come out of the tips of my fingers, or are they coming out of my, like, wrists or my knuckles?
It's like your nails become, like, actual, like, bestial claws. You know,
okay.
Kind of. So it's like so that your fingers kind of elongate a little bit, you know, and like the tips of them become like long and sharpened. So you got like, you know, massive like actual like slashing claws on your hands, kind of thing.
Okay. So I'm like, if what it could. Well, I mean, we'll get to it when we actually get to that. I'll leave it for now.
Okay.
Oh, one other thing I would like to double check is where Samuel's territory is and where his neighbor's territory is.
They are... God.
I mean, you don't have to tell me exactly where it is. That's something I want to find out, and can I find that out?
You can probably know kind of where Samuel lives. I mean, like, you probably, you know, definitely could have at this point in time.
Is his neighbor's territory anywhere remotely near where we're headed?
Unfortunately, no.
Damn it.
If there was a map, you guys are not entering necessarily, like, right above where... Like, Grand Central is not above where the nexus of wherever this is. You know you're going...
That's just the easiest access point into the sewers, into the underground area.
Yeah, you're going to be entering the old tunnels, some of the old tunnels that are rarely used or accessed. And from there, you're going to hit the old sewer rooms.
Got it. But we're not going, as far as we know, in the direction of Samuel's haunts or his neighbors. Tantus, I have another question.
Yes.
What role would skateboarding be?
Definitely Dex related.
Okay.
Man, probably there would be just like an actual skateboarding skill if you wanted to take that kind of thing. I would say, like if someone wanted to actually like do that, it's like there's like a drive skill. There'd probably like if you wanted to be like more than just the like a person that could, you know, it's like a person without the drive skill could still drive a car. They just couldn't do a lot with it. Same with, like, someone could ride a bike, someone could ride a skateboard. But if you want to be really good at it, you would probably have to take ranks in it on its own, similar to, like, bike riding and stuff.
Okay. The reason I ask is, we could all buy skateboards. And skateboard in the sewer.
Why, Nathan?
Well, it worked for the turtles, didn't it?
Oh, this is why we shouldn't let you watch TV.
I have been watching TV for longer than you've been alive.
And this is why you should stop.
I concur with her. Go enjoy the woods for a...
He is a traditional, like, 1920s gangster who became a vampire. He enjoys his television. He grew up with the radio programs. He saw the evolution of it,
I
you know?
was Cold War. I saw the introduction of TV.
Yeah, but you don't have the radio programs to start with. He had, like, the original, like, Superman radio programs and stuff like that, you know? And all that other stuff.
True.
Probably enjoyed some War of the Worlds, freaking the shit out of everyone.
Big time.
Well, have we even decided what we're doing? Whether we're going for the laboratory or the sewers.
Or both.
Well, we do need to contact our employer, as I believe it should more or less be up to him.
Okay, so you're contacting good old Crowley, a.k.a. Dracula.
Yep, I probably contacted Fieldings earlier and said if he could contact us in the next day or two,
Okay.
we have
So as soon as
a couple of options for him.
Yeah, so as soon as you get back, he'll drop you a line. Ah, Nathan, how are things? What have you found out? Has my information helped you?
Yes, it has. We were able to have a meeting with someone from Pentex. Unfortunately, he's appears to have acquired that which you are seeking, and has offered us an opportunity, as it were. Apparently, one of your elders, perhaps a grandfather or great-grandfather or something like that, is in the sewers of New York.
All right.
And somehow decided to take a nap down there, and it appears that his slumber has been interrupted. The gentleman from Pentex has said that if we were to go in and put an end to your elder relative's suffering, as it were, then he would be happy to gift us that which you seek and allow us to leave with it.
I personally have no love loss for other elders of my bloodline. Many are either slain or become Sabat.
Slain or inslain.
What makes this elder's experience so horrifying?
Apparently, golems of a sort. In the words of now I can't remember the quote. I believe it was the vicissitudes of fate to which we might be exposed.
Ah. That can be a trouble. I understand what you may be facing against. Do you have an idea of how many things there might be?
The impression we were given is that the one is many.
One is many. Interesting. Never really heard of an expression like that for it.
The impression we were given was that many would be distracted by various personnel associated with Pentex, and that we would be the most inconspicuous to make it to the heart of the matter, as it were.
Let me put it this way. Using vicissitude on another to create something horrible is not impossible, but it is difficult over time. It requires some skill and use, and a lot of blood, especially if there's many. And if this one is manipulating its own flesh or using other combinations of flesh with it, I have no love loss of it. Vicissitude is a skill that many of us in the old clan, we use sparingly. There's a time and a place for its use, but let me put it this way. all disciplines give you connection to those that came before you. It's where we learn them from. Those of our blood. Those of us that have more unique powers, such as your good friend Leslie and his obtenebration, and my connections to vicissitude, well, they were developed by one, and given to many. So we have a direct connection to that one. Other ones, like perhaps one's unnatural fortitude, or if one is quite quick or quite strong, there are many that can easily learn that. There are many that are connected to that. We are connecting ourselves, then, to the progenitor of all bloodlines, more than just to a single one. The progenitor of all, well, if any damning has come down from him, it has already come. But any damning that would come down from those that we connected to, that is hard to say. That is why many of us, as I said in the old clan, avoid using such things as we don't need to. Those of the Sabbat almost seem addicted to it.
All right.
And so if one has given into their addiction, they are most likely
the other option we have. The other option we have is, it appears that which you seek is being held here in a Intex facility. And especially given the aid of one as capable as you, we might be able to inconspicuously make our way in and retrieve it.
The problem is that, as much as I wish for what you seek, I do not plan to become conspicuous. I've kept my anonymity, and if I would do such an action, especially if I should leave London, I'd be in trouble. You forget, I don't really leave the city, and if I do, it's for very short periods of time. Simple flights out to here and there. The longer I'm away, the more likely I am to attract certain attention from those that are watching, that are planning.
Well,
I still have plenty of enemies that would wish to see me eliminated.
Makes very much sense.
And I'm afraid if I would become involved, perhaps another source might come into play. I'm fairly certain you mentioned there were some connections anyway. Were there not?
Connections to...
This is a bot. Would you want for them to call on those connections? Because I doubt it'll be as easy as just breaking into a fire station.
True.
He knows about that, does he?
He was in London.
You said certain things that he added two and two together to kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Entirely reasonable.
Sure.
He doesn't know the details of it, but you know things went badly the one time. You know,
The one time?
one worse than others.
I'd say at least two worse than others.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Alright.
Flesh god it is then.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna go explore the flesh god.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well then, we'd appreciate every wish of luck and good fortune you could send our way.
I will send those.
Excellent. See you on the other side.
Good luck to you. My sword... Well, he was going to say something. You accidentally...
Damn it.
Yeah. Oh, I guess he doesn't need that advice.
Did you tell him about the autocannon?
I did not tell him about the autocannon.
Dang it.
Glad to hear you're feeling better, Leslie.
I have chain claw things, and we have an autocannon. Yes, I feel better. Everything is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
We go murder
All right.
now.
Yes.
I want to kill a god.
Yep. I think it's time to go. Oh, wait, one more thing. Calling Helena.
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna tell her all about the thing underground.
Mm.
Probably a good idea in case we die.
Yeah.
Or in
By a
case
flesh god.
they try to kill us and we're trying to get away.
That as well.
Okay.
So that she might be able to have people waiting to keep us safe once we have run back to Grand Central, or Grand Union Station.
There were some unusual rumors back in the day. In the time period that was after my sire's death, and before things stabilized in the city here. There was a good number of years of very strange things happening throughout the city, of chaos, and plenty of deaths and unusual things. If something like this awakened deep within the city, it both surprises me and, in a way, does not surprise me, too. But if we are fortunate that it has gone to a sleeping state, that's great. Part of me worries about waking it again, but then a part of me also feels that if you are right, that you have an opportunity to get rid of it, cleanse the city, then you should go. I'll try to arrange some things that might be able to assist you. Is there anything you need?
Ideally, back up upon the escape, as I am fairly certain that the Kai Institute does not have our best interests in mind.
And I shall send... When are you meeting?
We are meeting tomorrow, I believe.
You get it's probably tomorrow at 9 in the evening, so it's pretty early in the evening. She'll say.
At the train station.
I shall send the sheriff then, and a number of my best men to the train station afterwards. They'll see about following you. They'll head in about an hour behind you. So, you'll have your chance. This institute is hoping to do that. I don't want to do anything to spook them or mess with their want to do so. But also,
Agreed.
I do agree with you that they're perhaps not as trustworthy as we'd like.
Very much appreciated, my prince.
Good luck.
Let's go kill a god!
Let's go kill a god!
Okay.
Leslie's fucking hyped.
Alright, so you'll spend...
We're not fighting vampires, we're not fighting... We're killing a god!
And flesh monstrosities created by... Which technically can be created through vicissitude.
Yeah!
There are two abilities, Fleshcraft and Bonecraft, and if you want to use both of them on some kind of some being, you can make a monster out of it.
Oh, are we just be like, yeah, we're able to carry all this and access it whenever, or are we actually gonna, like... Because I now have a lot of gear.
Within reason, your gear. If you want some kind of, backpack or something, you could say you have a backpack of stuff, you're probably being dropped off by car at Grand Central, so you're not,
Yep,
taking
the
all
rifle's probably going to go in, a cello case or something.
Yeah, that works. The cello case can carry the ammunition and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have to do stealthy stuff, I can leave it behind. Fair enough, yeah, that works.
Yep, I am definitely going with the Kevlar vest, not just the reinforced clothing.
Yeah.
I wish I'd procured an actual plate carrier or something. But it's not his style! So I got the reinforced clothing.
Okay.
And we're not really expecting werewolves, right?
He said he was sending
I'm
some men in
thinking-
with you. That's all you know.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're probably going to be Black Spiral dancers.
Yeah, we're not expecting to be fighting them though. We're expecting.
Yeah, we really are. Yeah, no, we're expecting to fight them.
We're expecting to fight them
unless
last,
you're saying we're not expecting to fight them.
Not expecting
case,
to
yes.
fight them. Yes. Oh, I forgot about the dagger. All right, so I'm gonna have the dagger in my boot. What am I gonna do with the gloves? I'm gonna spend a blood point as soon as we get there to go in.
Effectively, when you get to like outside of the area there, you know, you can send the blood point to get that, you know.
Yeah. Are we there right now? Or?
So we're gonna meet up with the Kai Institute men
at Grand Central Station, yes, and then go into the old tunnels, and that's when.
And then go into the old tunnels, and at that point, I imagine we'll be pretty much out of view.
And so you kind of arm up, and then head deeper into the old, like from there, head deeper into the tunnels and old sewers.
And really, at that point, anybody that we do see is food.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when we're arming up, what Leslie's gonna do is spend the blood point, manifests, because if both hands have claws out, that's probably gonna be a loss of dexterity for like delicate tasks, right?
Yes.
All right. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna manifest claws on his right hand, and equip the glove on there, because that's the hand that's actually holding the grip of the gun. That doesn't need to do any dexterous tasks, whereas the other one can still be used to reload. If I need to, he can just drop the gun and use the claws immediately. Does that sound good, Tantus?
Yes.
Hell yeah!
Sweet.
Oh.
Okay.
This is a pleasing day.
All right. So you'll meet at Grand Central, and
presumably Dawn is going to be carrying the mini cannon? Mini cannon?
Yeah, I guess Dawn's carrying the bag with it right now. Yeah. The large bag.
Big cello case or whatever it is.
A very large cello.
No. That's the base.
Yeah.
The upright base.
So you got the big case, you know, you're carrying, along with all these bags of stuff, as you meet up, and Rahal is there, and he's going to be like, "Excellent. Good to see you again. Glad you were willing to join me.
We're ready for a concert.
6 of my
Can't
men
you see?
will be joining you. There's going to be, like, 3 large men in, like, sunglasses, this cloaked figure, who is wearing what looks to be, like, almost like a mask you'd see at, like the Day of the Dead kind of thing, like almost like a skeleton mask. And then 2 men that are dressed in like uniforms that look like appropriate to here, with large duffel bags that they're carrying.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours. I want to see what's in the bag.
These men will assist you in getting there. They are willing to and understand that, well, this job here is very important, and that if any of you don't come back, you don't come back. So good luck to you.
And are we under the same compunction with your associates?
Oh, yes. I've informed them that when they are done, as one of the large men with sunglasses will kind of like pick up like what looks to be like a tubular case of something, that once we are down in the area and get closer to it, this will be yours to use, unless you want one of them to wield it. But the object is for one of you to get there with it, and to strike at the heart of this beast.
Excellent. Names, gentlemen?
None of them will answer.
Oh, good. I'll call you Wolf Boy. I'll call you Husky. Leslie's gonna do a quick
Cotton Eye Joe.
I want to call that one Spot.
All right, he's Spot.
The one the mask will actually speak up. I go by Marquez.
Oh, nice to meet you, Marquez.
I will be talking for the rest.
And that might cause some issues if we're in the heat of battle and we need to coordinate. I'm just putting this out here.
Well, that's why we're giving the rest of them names.
Or are we effectively going to operate as 2 separate groups?
We'll be accompanying you. But if you need to say something...
Lovely.
through me.
Let's just go do a perception something and see if we can figure out which ones are werewolves, which ones are vampires, or just what they are.
Sure.
What do you want me to roll here?
Oh boy. Let's see here. It's perception, definitely, but what would I want you to roll with it? That's a very good question, because I don't think it would be... Like, there, unfortunately, I wouldn't say... We'll say perception occult will roll, to see if you can notice
Hell
anything.
yeah!
Yeah. That's
I was
actually...
hoping for that.
Yeah, that might be a good way to notice anything details about it.
Put them on 0, because nothing affects perception. Damn, that sucks.
Okay.
That's a success.
It is a success. You definitely get the feeling, just because of the previous one you encountered before, that the 3 men in sunglasses were very large men, are probably Black Spirals. The men in uniforms, it's really hard to tell. They look human, you know. They have, you know...
Ooh. Do they have any insignias on their uniforms?
They look like they're people that would work in the train station right now.
Oh,
That's the kind of uniforms they have.
they don't appear to have any,
Okay.
like, paler skin or outstanding veins or nothing? Nothing.
You'll be
Okay.
joined by one other who's down checking out the tunnels right now. He should be coming back up to meet you. A scout of a kind that I hired to join you.
Excellent.
He was willing to work with us for a very high price. Seems like he's not a fan of some of my associates.
Can't imagine why.
The cloaked figure, you can't tell much from him. Like, as you can't, like, see any signs of any kind of breathing or anything like that, because he's got the mask on, too. But he wears himself quite hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, Rahal will excuse himself and will let you be led down by the men. The 2 men in uniforms lead the way down into the station itself and lead you down towards one of the tracks and lead you to a side door where they seem to be letting you into it using their own keys and information. They'll talk on some radios to some men, basically reassuring them, like,
Secret concert performance, and these people are very popular, and they mustn't be disturbed, so they must be kept out of the public eye.
We got some people here that are planning on some kind of private concert. They're trying to check out some of the areas in here. We got some permissions from the mayor to do it, so don't mind us. The paperwork should be getting into you. Some research institute is trying to, like, fund it for some, like, seems like some kind of fundraiser, awareness and something. We're going to let them into the tunnels, see if we can find a place that's safe. We're gonna see what they look for, something. So don't worry. We'll keep in contact if you need me. We'll be on the surrounded channel. Yep. All right. Cool.
As we're walking down, I'm gonna put my arm around the masked figure.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't seen you around before. Shoulders feel normal, or do I notice anything unusual about them?
He feels small. He just feel like that's the best way to describe the feeling you get of kind of like putting around him. He feels small in the cloak. Even.
All right. I'll squeeze his arm, also fairly small.
He'll kind of put up like a gloved hand and kind of knock your hand away and be like, "Do not touch me."
Seems like you could use some time at my gym. Feel free to stop by.
Once you get down into the old tunnels, things will definitely progress. The 3 men in shades will transform into obviously these black-furred giant wolf creatures that you've seen before.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
That look kind of like just something wrong and nasty about them. The man in the cloak is going to kind of like take off his cloak and put down his skull, and he looks just creepy. His skin is pure white. His flesh look like it's like sunken in, as if he has like no fat on it. So his bones are kind of almost skeletal. And his limbs are skeletal langly. His face looks like it's just kind of like squished in, as like, you know, he'll take off the mask he was using, as he'll like kind of like he'll get out something from a bag and say like, "Don't let my appearance scare you." As he takes out this like mask that looks like it's like almost like made of bone and skull, and sort of put that on over top of his face then afterwards to kind of replace it, as like his face even looks like it's sunk in and be like like death itself is like grimaced into him. As it's like he's horrible looking, just kind of like Samuel is horrible looking to see.
khri-habi?
As like his mask only goes up to like here, he'll flash some fangs and kind of smile at you.
Ah, Harbinger.
The two humans will break open the bag and put on this like almost kind of futuristic looking armor, and get out like kind of guns and weapons to go along with them, and have like helmets and stuff. So they look like heavy security, but there's just something a little like odd and sci-fi-ish looking about them. I guess your good friend Ryan will become a giant roach monster with an autocannon.
Dawn is walking in front of him.
Uh-huh.
Not behind.
That's true, 9 feet up. He can probably carry it in a place where it won't hit her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's gonna surround himself in shadows so he can't be seen.
Okay.
So they can't tell exactly where I am.
Soon coming kind of like out of farther down the thing, a man that looks like he best walked out of a South American jungle. Like dressed in kind of native garb, kind of like walk up to you, kind of look your group and be like, he's gonna kind of like sneer over it. As you can definitely see, the 3 black spirals just don't like this guy either. They're kind of snarling.
This isn't Walks the Earth, is it?
No.
Rip.
God damn it.
That would have been great.
Right?
So you have met up with the others of this group. More of your accursed kind.
Yes, indeedy.
Well,
What have you found?
it is clear for now. The thing sleeps, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Great news. What's your name? If you don't give me one, it's going to be toes the line.
I do like that.
I am only called Mikado.
Avocado. Gotcha.
Leslie's gonna text Nathan, we could use him on our side.
The beast you seek to slay is deep within here. I shall lead you that way. We go now.
Sounds fantastic.
And let's take our break as your assembled team heads deeper into the tunnels.
Tunnels.
Mhm.
Yeah.
To be honest here, autocannon, no autocannon, 3 black spirals.
Mhm.
That's terrifying, yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
A harbinger of skulls of unknown power, and 3 what you can
Leslie's
guessing
no
are
idea what that is.
and 3 what you can guess is technocrats with some pretty good armor there probably and weapons. Probably
Wait,
pretty
3
good.
technocrats?
I'm sorry, 2 technocrats. I'm sorry. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and what looks like another, like, legit werewolf.
Mm-hmm. You're not sure what he is, but he definitely is different and definitely has hostility ties to the Black Spirals.
And us.
Yes, but it seems like he feels whatever's below you is more of a threat than them right now, so hey, good news!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll help us against the Black Spirals.
Mm-hmm.
And we go for it.
Maybe. But we'll take our second break here. We'll be back in a few minutes to finish up at least this session as they go deeper into, well, maybe kill a god. We'll find out. Mm-hmm.
Or maybe get killed by one. Whee!
Oh, it'll be fun. Anyway, we'll see you shortly, folks. Be back in a few minutes.